And what is up, everybody? How the hell are you? Happy Saturday. Even though I said yesterday there was going to be a show, I don't know how long it's going to last. I'll just be honest now. Came back from LA, got back yesterday about 10, left work about 10:30, got home about 11. Uh, got home, got unpacked, sneezed, and yeah, I got a hell of a cold. Like I said, it rained every day I was there. Loading trucks, I was out in the rain working back inside, dry, wet, dry, wet. It was cool, crisp, moist, damp air. So, yeah, I got a hell of a cold. So, you're going to see me turning off the camera a lot and probably muting so I can probably sneeze. So, you'll probably hear me sniffling too. We did finish the GoPros last week. What's up, TM? So we're going to get through explicit 1, 2, and 3 recorders. We got a ghost on stream. Yeah. So I hope you guys have been doing well. I hit stream and I'm like, do I even want to do this tonight? But I've got to. I've been gone for 5 days. So it's time. Let's get on to some audio. So it's not going to be much of me tonight, so we'll deal with it. All right, this is Brent with Incarnate Paranormal. This is Nevada State Prison, Visit 5. This is explicit 1 recorder being left in the main cell house in cell A13. Yeah, we're good. All right, A13 is where Chris, one of the docents, always has negative experiences, so... And it's where all the traffic is too, so we might not get a lot. What's up, Bruce? How you doing, bud? Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lack of Brent tonight. Let me get my liquid death opened up. Grim Leafer, sweet tea. Not actually half bad. So yeah, guys, if I'm off and on camera, I got to get rid of this. You got baptized. Did you put Alka-Seltzer in your mouth to scare the priest? Yeah, it's my gear case, TM. That's my my Nanook gear case. But congratulations on the baptism. Oh. Yeah, I brought back one hell of a cold. Holy shit. Probably the only thing that's gonna open up these sinuses is maybe a hot sauce tonight. Not trying to twist anybody's arm, but couldn't hurt. That's somebody in the background there, TM. No, but you had a rubber ducky. I've got a one around here somewhere. And good news is, I won't say his name to protect the innocent, but one of the IT guys that was there helping close down the warehouse, let me pause this real quick, is a huge fan of the paranormal. I mean, he a lot of questions, helped the days go faster. He was just wanting to know what was what. Invited me out to Nashville. maybe join an investigation. Hold on, guys. My eyes are burning fierce. Hold on. He'll maybe join next time. I don't know, but if I go out to Nashville, he said he'd join an investigation. I'll let this play, by the way. So he already subscribed on YouTube. He's gonna reinstate his Twitch account and come in here and hang out and stream. So if somebody random comes in and starts fucking with me, it's more than likely him. So heads up, Moose. It's probably gonna happen. I told him, be careful. My mods can be a bit of a jerk sometimes. They might ban you, so I'll warn them that you're gonna be coming in ahead of time. So if you come in, is he a troll? No, he's not a troll. He loves the paranormal, loves the idea of analyzing evidence. He just said he was going to come in and fuck with me a little bit. So it's all good. I want him to. So for my mods, if he comes in, starts talking a little shit, it's okay. I'll let you guys know if I need anybody banned. I wouldn't expect any less. We were fucking with each other for 4 days. So he's a jokester. He's a hell of a good guy, too. Don't know what his Twitch name is? Yes, he is. I explained to him we do everything to debunk before we call it paranormal. And he loves that idea. So, on my team. This is my team. You guys are on my team. But he will help debunk. He will help analyze. I said the second night, he said he went back and watched for a few minutes on one of the videos in one of the videos from the prison. He said he watched. Sorry, guys. I can't stop rubbing my eyes. They're burning bad. We're gonna have fun though. We're gonna grow this. Orbs and demons. What am I talking? What you talking about, Willis? So yeah, I woke up today. Went and got my taxes done. Thank God I'm getting more than I got back last year. Last year I got $86 back. And it cost me $60 to do my taxes. So I only netted like $29 last year. Stopped at the store and then just came home and vegged out on PUBG. Then it's like, you know what? I need to do a show. I need to hang out with my boys. So yeah, it's good to be getting something back. It's better than paying. I almost had to pay last year. There's a QR code on here. Let's scan this bitch live on stream and see what happens. Nothing. Just takes you to the website. Oh well. On Liquid Death. Every once in a while you don't know. No, Liquid Death. Canned water there, David. Canned flavored water. You've never heard of Liquid Death? Wow. I've always seen it's like canned water, really. Then I saw the flavors and I'm like, you know what? I'll try it. Jack is asleep across the room. He's been weird the past couple day and a half since I've been home. Well, it's light on the flavors. It's not overwhelming. Little watered down, but you know what? I can deal with it. But I'll tell you, like the hotel I stayed at, walk out the back door, and there's like 5 restaurants, little strip mall restaurants. It had a little Mexican place, sushi place, a burger place, uh, a macaroni and cheese place, and I forget the 5th one. But I'll tell you, the mac and cheese was like, I had it two nights. It's like, how cliche can you get? But guys, tonight we're gonna try to aim for an hour. Uh, if I start feeling better, we'll go longer. But as of right now, guys, just aim for an hour. Tomorrow, I don't know. If I if I call in sick Monday, which if I feel like this Monday, Brent ain't going in. I will probably won't do a show, but we'll see. And if it ain't one thing, it's another lately. I swear. Hold on. Yeah, I've got cold meds. But again, I don't like cold meds. I haven't even scheduled the prison yet. Right now, with everything financially, it'd be tough to go this year. It would really be tough. I don't even know what Buckley's is. Yeah, TM, you're right. It's uh, oh wow. I just can't stop sneezing. I could feel it like right up in here. But I'll tell you, when I left uh, Friday morning, it was raining so hard I could not see the highway. Oh, there's 100 shows worth of stuff we have to go back over because I had to delete it because of a copyright strike for royalty free music. Slogan is tastes awful, but it works. Yeah, I could just do a hot toddy. Yeah, it could. It could. We'll see, Moose. I don't know. I see we're getting back to a recorder where it's a lot of residual locks. It's gonna drive us nuts for sure. It is TM. Uh, it seems like A block is pretty tough. Menthol and camphor tastes like ammonia. Oh, I couldn't do it then. Ain't no chance in hell. Yeah, sounds like I'm coming back through after setup. It's A block, David, because I didn't go up the hill this last year, so I put recorders on A, B, C, D on each side. And it's weird because we don't hear this with the naked ear. It's only the recorder that's picking it up. And it's loud too. I'm actually shocked that we can't hear this normally. The only time we did was up in building building 10 or building 8 when Duds and I were in. The flanging was loose on one of the domes where that allows natural light in, and we kept hearing this. And we kept going back and forth between the cell blocks trying to figure it out. And we finally walked into the center when it happened. It's like, yep, that's 3 years of debunking right down the tubes right there. So this could have, because we don't hear it with the naked ear, I don't think we can call it metal fatigue. Otherwise, we'd be calling out everything. And like I was telling the guy at work, it's like we're gonna get recorders to where we're just gonna get hours upon hours of residual sounds and nothing. That's why I love it when we have a full chat. And I explained it to him. Be ready for the boring parts. It's like this is what I got to warn everybody about. You know, we've all experienced it. The boring parts make the good parts better. I could not have said that better myself. And I like that. I like that theory there, David. It is so true. Let's pause this. And this spot we just went over right here. Shit, let me turn off my camera. Head's in the way. You can see this white dot right in the center. That should come close to matching with that. A little bit deeper tone. So I wonder if this isn't a door shutting to let one person out of the cell at a time. I mean, it's possible. I don't know. And we've only got like 11 more shows until what, 700? 800, something like that? I think 700. See, if somebody was in here, if we were investigating in here, We should physically hear this. Because that's loud. That is really loud considering. I'm sorry, guys. My eyes are just burning. It hurts watching the screen tonight. Usually I'm all into this. Put some shades on, try to be the cool cat. Not a bad idea. But like the good news is, I don't have a sore throat. It's all right up here in the sinuses. Nothing will ever be as cool as Jack. He's crashed out. See? It's good to hear the sounds. I mean, we're not just hearing white noise. So it's an attention getter sometimes. Or crows. Well, at least the crows are something. I need to get a crow's pop up with nothing but just like crow sounds. I think I might get some like hate for doing that. But yes, I am that much of a joke, or much of a jokester. Yeah, go through and just get Jasper clips and just crow sounds. Might see the viewership drop for that one. That's a lot of fucking static. I think we can pretty much agree this is all just residual bullshit. We got a jet. Usually it sounds like a prop plane. That sounds like a airliner. A bomber. Okay, there's talking in the background. It sounds like me. Yep, that's me in the background. I don't even think we're in the cell block. I think we're on our way back after setting up. Yeah, it's me. Oh, the other funny thing, it's like the guy at work is like, I was telling about the execution chamber and how it affected me. When are you going over that video? The very last. And I explained why, because it give the best away. It kind of forces people to tune in. Is that me? This last part right here is me. That's me. This doesn't sound like me. Maybe I'm just sick enough to where I don't recognize it. How many with me? At this point, might just be Chris. I think this is actually evidence. Where's my soul, Amanda? we're not sore. We're not, meaning we're not mad. Okay, we're not. We can agree on that. We're not something. Okay, the only other way is, let's slow it down. We're not something enough. We're not something enough. Okay, we're not something enough. And I think you don't hear words out of this. I'll tell you what it's sounding like now is that we're not schooled enough. Okay, I'm going to say we're not or do not. I'm hearing both. Let's save this as we're not, do not, unknown. Let's save this.
Come and play with us.
Oh my God, Chief with the rate of 36. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Incarnate Paranormal. Just going in to save an EVP, so give me 1 second. I'll be right with you. All right, guys. Sorry about that. You came in at just that split second difference. Hope you guys are doing well tonight. Don't honestly know how long I'm going to be on air tonight. I just got back in town from California yesterday, 4 days out working. It rained every single day I was there, and I was out in the rain working, loading trucks. So I brought back one hell of a cold. So I appreciate you guys bearing with me. If you see the camera go off, it's because I'm sneezing. So if you think you have, you hear anything, please don't hesitate to speak up. If I can identify it right away, I'll let you know. If not, we'll go back and analyze it. Again, for those that have been here before, if you have any questions about the paranormal, please don't hesitate to ask. Oh, shit, what am I doing? There we go. Yeah, Corgi, it was good, considering the weather. Uh, but like I said, it took me forever to get out of LA because it was raining so hard. Brent couldn't see the highway. And Chief again.
Thank you.
Let's go back. Go back and see the whisper. That was me. That's me. That's Chris. Yeah, that is one of the docents of the prison, Chris. Unmistakable. And pause this real quick. For those that are here over from Chief's stream, again, I do thank you. We do something on the show called the Hot Sauce Challenge. It's a little 2-ounce bottle of hot sauce. For 500 bits, I bring up the wheel. Let me bring it up for you guys so we can so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. I spin the wheel. Whatever it lands on, I drink the hot sauce right here on air. I said it's only a little bottle, but you've got, scorpion pepper, Reaper, jalapeno chipotle. There's ghost pepper. So I like to give my viewers an opportunity to torture me. Oh, kind of a messed up way to do it, but what better way, right? And as soon as the hot sauce gets done, taking off the wheel. Increases the chances for the hotter ones for later spins. As you can see, we're into an area where we're just getting residual sounds from door locks. We do not count these as evidence. We get entirely too many of them to count. I would spend the entire night clipping residual door locks. And it'd make it very boring. But again, as you see, we can usually jump through this. All of these little hashes are just the doors. This is probably us coming through. So that would be me. Recorder looks dead. It is. Uh, like I said, this is the downside when these recorders are quiet. They're static recorders. When I set up the gear, I walk around the prison, turn on a recorder, say, this is Brent with Incarnate Paranormal, Nevada State Prison, night 5 or night 3, visit 5, whatever. This is so and so recorder being left in cell A10. I set it down and I let it record for the night. Whether I'm in there investigating or not, it still has a chance to pick up evidence. Downside is we got to go through silent recorders. And that is what you're hearing in the background is one of the docents, Chris. Sometimes you get surprises. Yes, David, we do. Sounds like whistling. Or something. Let's clean it up a little bit more. Maybe we'll get a Jasper visit. No idea. And for those that aren't here very often, Jasper is a name we gave to a raven that has a nest somewhere around the prison. And every so often, you get the raven screeching. Kind of makes it a little creepier. You never know when he's going to jump in. Just passing through. And David's exactly right. That's why I try to pause audio while I'm talking or when I'm talking. If it's a dead area, most of the time, we don't need to. I said, we're just passing through on our way up to execution. This recorder's in cell A13. Chris, the docent, always gets attacked when he's around this cell. Whether he gets poked, scratched, or just gets that real overbearing feeling like something's watching him, he doesn't like going near it. He'll go the other way around, or go on the outside where the guards were, not on the inside corridor where the cells are. He'll avoid that cell like the plague. And as you see, we might have just residual cell doors. Excuse me, guys. Like in saying that, there's areas of the prison, the docents, each one has an area they don't like. Like Chris's is A13, if I remember, Susan's was up in cell block 13 up on top of the hill, which they don't go into anymore. and some of the docents were former guards when the prison was open. So they know where to go. I guess the cool thing is every now and then I get a comment on YouTube when I upload it after the show from people who used to be prisoners at the prison. I mean, like, yeah, it's haunted. It's like, that's the coolest thing in the world, that former prisoners, you're like, yeah, I stayed there for 5 years. It's haunted. Nobody talked about it. I had a friend who was there for 2 months when he was awaiting a transfer. Did they follow and respond? Yeah. I don't know if they followed, but they definitely responded to some of the videos. I'm like, it's crazy. You know, it's like, that's probably the last thing they want to see, you know, is a prison that they did time in. Hold on, I'm going to sneeze, guys. Sorry. Yeah, TM. Anybody comments on YouTube, I always respond to them. It's like, if you ever want to tell some stories, go ahead and type it out. I'll share it on air and I'll give you credit. But again, you know, it's like a buddy who stayed there. Like, he was only there 2 months. He's like, I didn't sleep much. You know, it is very haunted. It's like, all right. Now, I'll go ahead and say his name. I have another buddy who I've known for over 20 years. His name's Chris. So I know a lot of Chris's. It's like, this dude, he goes, middle of the night, you're hearing shit. You're hearing voices and footsteps and, you know, seeing weird shit. So it's like, you lived it, I investigated it. Okay, this is all residual, guys. Except for that. Trucks. Now that, I don't know what is. And there's the wildlife. We got a plane and a bird. It's not Jasper. It's not a crow. I don't know what kind of bird that is. Might get progressively louder. I finally got rid of Mom and Dad decided to show up. If anybody can identify that bird, please do. They're trying to tell me something. No idea, Korg. It's not an owl, is it? Not an owl. It's not a raven or blackbird. Well, it's 2 hours, so it should be about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening by the recorder. Can I isolate it? I'm sure I can isolate it. Just give me a second. Reverb. Let's see. That's about as isolated as I can get it. I don't know, guys. It's not paranormal. We debunk it and kind of move on. So that's bear with me. That's pretty much it for this section. Thought it might have been a loon at first. I don't know if there's any loons in Carson City. That'd be a Susan question. Okay, let's get the next section loaded up. Get it ready to roll. And sometimes those who use Adobe, sometimes it moves at a frickin' snail's pace. You think they'd make it move faster. Not our luck. All right. X special vocal enhancer. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Corgi. Not too up on my wildlife sounds anymore. But we're pretty good about debunking it. All right. On to section 2. Ghost bird. Moose.
You're going to die.
Get all residual. Except for that. Thanks, David. Needed to be woken up. After the show tonight, I am loading up on cold pills. Didn't want to do it before the show. Didn't want to fall asleep. Could you imagine that? Just, you ever seen somebody fall asleep streaming? Got to be embarrassing. Okay. I don't think that was a bird at all. I think it was a mouse squeaking. I think it was a freaking mouse or a rat squeaking. Why am I saying that? It's because of this little scratching sounds. Sounds like little claws, scratching on the ground. We did see a mouse on the previous investigation up in Women's. So it wasn't last September, it was the previous September. So this will be the second time we've caught a mouse. Different area of the prison, same mouse? No. So that is a David, that was on Green Mile. We need to give him his own name. It's Mortimer Mouse. Can't use that either. Let's see who knows their history. Where did Mortimer Mouse come from? Then was encouraged to change the name. A little bit of useless trivia there. And hopefully I'm remembering this right. Yep, it's a mouse. David. Klaus the ghost mouse. Corgi, I can deal with that. Klaus the mouse. Yes, we name the wildlife we get on the show. Klaus the mouse. Wow. We definitely have issues. We have issues, we have subscriptions, we got it all here. Juice boxes to the right, straight jackets to the left. It's got the shiny buckles so you can hug yourself all night long. Shiny, shiny buckles. Oh my God, I've lost it. Ignore me. I'm out of my mind. Coming up on 17 years in the paranormal. The cheese has slid off my cracker. Baggy the Ratty. Oh no. Don't get me started, David. So instead of getting crow sounds and door sounds, we're getting rat sounds. Ugh. This is what we deal with in the paranormal. We get more wildlife than we do evidence. And he goes on for a while. "13 minutes of rat sounds." No, you haven't lost it, and I would suggest you had it in the first place. Corgi, you're not wrong. So I don't think we need to listen to the rat for 13 minutes. Actually, I take that back. A little bit longer. Meanwhile, the ghost in the corner is laughing while you're playing with a piece of stretch wrap. You know what would be a good idea? Take a piece of bubble wrap into the prison. Leave it in one of the cells and ask the spirits to pop the bubble wrap. Or would that be too mean? I ain't got any freaking thumbs. I ain't got hands. So I'm going to pause this real quick on this one. The guy I work with, who I was telling you about when the show started, he actually gave me an idea to try for the next investigation. Take a toothbrush in there and make a shank by scraping it on the floor. And see if we can stir up some evidence by making a weapon in the jail cell. I think that's a really, really good idea. David, that's Neil Pitney's cell. We can no longer go up the hill, which is fine by me. We had our fun up there. UV light. Yeah. Granted, there hasn't been anything in the prison since 2012. It's between the previous year and last year. It got to a lot disarray. A lot of rats, a lot of spiders, a lot of like rat shit. Oh, it got to be, it's unhealthy to be in those cell blocks now. Not that it's dangerous. It's got a risk of a lot of respiratory problems. So I respect that. I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk it for the biscuit. It ain't worth it. I risked it going in execution this last year. And that hurt me bad enough. I'm not going to try and physically kill myself. I love my show and I love you guys, but We're back onto this. I wonder if it might not be a rat chewing on wiring behind the wall. Because that's where they usually are. Or up in the ceiling. That's different. I think this is just echo. Yeah, I think that's just echo. Yeah, it's echo. And that's the bad thing, like I said, about the prison. A lot of steel, a lot of concrete, a lot of room for resonating. So you shut one door, it echoes throughout most of the cell blocks, A, B, C, and D. So you could be 2 cell blocks away, shut a door, and you get what sounds like evidence, and it just ain't. That's another debunk. That's me. Yeah, you almost have to specialize in in audio. You really do. Understand sound waves, how it echoes, how it reverbs, how just everything works with audio, how it bounces around. It's a pain in the ass. Red Solo Cup, I tip you up. Red Solo Cup, cheers to the memory of Toby Keith. I'd say let's have a party, but it's an empty prison. And for those that don't know, years ago, I actually got drunk with Toby Keith. That sumbitch could drink. Now, if you guys want to know the story, I'll tell you real quick. And he died about like 2 packages of those cups. So Red Solo Cups, better than doing dishes. Drink sweet tea out of the same one for a week. If it cracks, throw it in the trash, get another one. Yes, I'm a redneck. I don't mind drinking out of Red Solo Cups. Now, right after we get through this, real quick, I'll pause this. All right. So real quick, good friend of mine, God rest his soul, country DJ here in Vegas. He calls me up one night, says, "Get your ass down to the bar." Dude, why? It's like, dude, I'm tired. I just got through working like 18 hours. I want to go to bed. Brother, I need you down here tonight. It's like, oh, fuck. And thank God it was Friday. Yes, I had to work, Monday, but it's back when I was driving a tow truck. So it's like, here we go. Dude, let me get dressed. I'll be down in a few minutes. It's like, okay. It's like, I appreciate it. It's like, I get cowboyed up, got my Stetson on. I'm just freaking geared up. Walk in, say hi to the bartender, all the cocktail waitresses, walk back to the DJ booth, give my buddy a hug. It's like, good to see you. Let's go get a drink, come back, sit down. It's like, all right. So when I went to Toby's, I would get a mason jar Jack and Coke. We're talking the big mason jars, and the bartenders would put 3/4 Jack to a quarter Coke. So for $20. I need one mason jar for the night. I'm good. Go back, get in the DJ booth. I just put my feet up. I don't want to deal with shit. I'm there for my brother. About an hour later, he goes, dude, I called you down for a reason. It's like, what do you mean? Toby walks in the freaking door. And I knew most of the bands that would come in town and play at Toby's. Toby would show up unannounced at most of his bars. And he would sit in with the band. He just wanted to make sure his business was doing good. And he wanted to sing and not be, just overwhelmed by concerts and stadiums and all that. So Toby makes his rounds through the bar, says hi to all his employees, comes back to the DJ booth, says hi to my buddy. It's like, hey, hey, Eric, how you doing? I said, oh, doing good, Toby, good to see you again. He looks at me and goes, who's this asshole? It's like, really? He goes, oh, that's my brother Brent. It's like, all right, hey, Brent. Got up, shook his hand, gave him a hug. Hey, thank you for the music. How you doing tonight? Doing all right, man. Thank you for asking. Now I need somebody to drink with. My booth is right over there. Looked over at the manager, pointed at me, this guy. He goes, go on over to my booth. I'll be over in a minute. I got to, play a couple songs with the band. Comes over, he goes, what are we drinking? It's like, whatever. He goes, all right. Between the two of us, we killed 3 bottles of Jack Daniels within like 4 hours. Finally, we got to the end of that third one. It's like, dude, I got to go home. It's like, I ain't going to make it if I don't. He goes, what, you tapping out? It's like, dude, we just killed 3 bottles of Jack. I was like, he goes, you're one of the first people to ever keep up with me like this. He goes, thank you for that. He goes, we didn't really talk about music. He goes, we just sat and bullshitted. He goes, I really needed this. He goes, thank you. I appreciate it. Go on, have a good night, man. Thank you for spending some time. Got up, shook his hand, gave him a hug, thanked him for the Jack. But his bar ain't got to pay for shit. And it's like, I gave the waitress like $50. It was like, yeah, you did. You brought it. You need to get tipped out. So it's like, next day Eric calls me up. He's like, dude, how you feeling? It's like, I don't know how I made it home. I felt like the floor of a taxi cab for like a week. I think my liver took a month to recover. Never say whatever in that situation. No, you never say never. You never say no in that situation. A musician says they want to get drunk with you, you get drunk with them. And boy, did I ever. So I got drunk with Toby Keith. What's what worth? Toby Keith, country music superstar. He passed away last year from actually about 14 months ago now from cancer. And the terrible thing about it was, about 5 years previous to that, Eric, the DJ, my good friend, lost his battle to cancer. TM, this was like 15 years ago. This was like 15 years ago, bud. And Eric died like 5. I'd be 6 now. So it's like, yeah. So sorry guys, that story ran a little long-winded. Whatever this is, rat or whatever, this is just continuing. No, Corgi, I understand, bud. I'm sorry. Yeah, like I said, I don't anymore. That's... Aside from the 2 beers at Super Bowl, I hadn't drank since about 2 months before my surgery. No, Corgi, fully understand, bud. So where... Okay. Don't start, Corgi. Don't start. They choke. Enough said. And that's me in the background, of course. Fair enough, Corgi. I get it from half the people at work, too. I'm surprised Deads didn't come in and say something. And another, you're not that asshole, but you are an asshole. Sorry, just pointing out the obvious. What is it from, oh yeah, from Spaceballs. How many assholes do we have on this ship anyway? Yo! I knew it! I'm surrounded by assholes! Wow. I have problems. I definitely have problems. Oh, I am too. But anyways, guys, like I said, I only wanted to do an hour tonight. Uh, it appears we're approaching that hour and a half mark. I've got to go get loaded up on cold pills, guys, and go to bed because I'm starting to get lightheaded and I am not feeling good. So again, out to Chief and his raid, all the viewers, thank you so much for sticking around. I greatly appreciate it. Please check back in, come hang out, enjoy, help analyze evidence. To my normals, thank you guys so much for being here. It means the world to me. You guys are freaking great. Wasn't for you, I probably would have given up the paranormal a while ago. But you know what? We have fun with it. So guys, have a great night. God bless, and I'll see y'all later. Thanks again.